Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by once again. Today's video is for my smartphone shooters. You remember these? As our phones have gotten better and our cameras and lenses have improved over time, so too has the accompanying technology and accoutrement, if you will, evolved and changed as well. So today I want to take a look at my favorite tripod heads and camera mounts to use to shoot smartphone video. Let's begin. Okay, before we get started, just want to thank everyone for stopping by. If you dig this kind of content, you can show your support with a like and a share. Maybe consider subscribing. Hit the bell icon if you do want to be notified about future videos. And yeah, we actually have a big giveaway going on right now. Well, kind of like 4 giveaways on the road to 500 subs. So stick around to the end of the video for details on all that. And yeah, now before we break all this down and get to the main shot, one of my favorite things about these types of videos is just checking out folks' setup. It really helped me when I was getting started. So we've got a pretty simple setup. It's just an iPhone 15 Pro Max, cage from Neewer. We've got an ND filter right now from, I believe, K&F. Fluid head from Neewer. This I could probably use some tips on. It's just clamped to the side to using an Ulanzi tablet mount. We've got a 5-in-1 USB hub from Anker. Bottom one is power. Second one is audio. The second from the top is our SSD, which I actually have mounted to the cold shoe on the tablet mount. So it gets kind of cumbersome. Now this top port is an HDMI, comes to the port keys monitor up top, which has been an absolute dream. I had another monitor that was like a selfie monitor. This blows it out of the water, let me tell you. Now, as for lighting, we got the 200XS on key, no reflector cone or anything, just bounced up into the ceiling. And we have the PT4C on edge. That's everything for now, so let's break all this down. Let me know if y'all have any questions, and yeah, let's get to these tripod heads. Okay, we've all seen these little phone mount things. They come free with pretty much anything you can use them with, right? They're spring-loaded, plastic a lot of times. Ooh, that one's really loud. And you basically pop them on a little stand or one of these miniature tripods. Now the good thing about these, even though they could fall apart easily and you can lose tension in the spring, is they have a 1/4-20. So you can stick that on and bada bing bada boom, you've got a tripod mounted phone camera, right? And along with that comes all the advantages of a tripod head. Now, if you're gonna go this route, I would get something like this K&F Concepts number. When you intentionally purchase these phone mounts, they tend to be a lot better quality than the ones that just come free. Now, I prefer these screw top phone mounts to the spring-loaded ones, because the spring-loaded ones, if they're jostled just right, they can come loose. I don't know, they're just not as strong. These tend to have a lot better grip and whatnot. I'll toss a link in the description, and let's check out the next one. Okay, next I want to talk about another one of these little handheld tripods. Now we've all used a GorillaPod, or at least seen them. They were super popular for a while, and if you're gonna get a flexible leg, handheld tripod thing, I highly recommend getting something like this from Ulanzi, or Neewer is another one that makes these. They're flexible, just like the GorillaPod, but they're grippy and they don't come apart. It's not gonna lose its flexibility. It's not gonna lose its grip. It's not gonna lose its anything. Works just like the day I bought it. Now, you can take a ball head that it's kind of similar to the ball heads that you get with like a cold shoe light or something like that. You know what I mean? But a little bit bigger. I'll put a link in the description. It's only about, I want to say $15-20 bucks for a ball head like this, but it fits perfectly on the spider pod thing or whatever this is called. So give it a bend and you got a nice selfie stick, boom boom, and it's got a 1/4-20 at the top, so you can still use the same exact mounts, or you can, take the mount off of this one and stick it on there. That way you don't have to deal with the spring-loaded version. And these are great because look, 1/4-20 right here too, so I can pop a mic on there, or I don't know, some kind of friction arm with a whatever. Really great option. Let's check out the next one. Hey, you're still here. That's awesome. Thanks. If you're digging the video, toss me a like, share, maybe consider subscribing, or not. Just a suggestion. Just putting it out there. All right, enjoy. Okay, next is what I consider kind of the ultimate, that kind of the peak of what's out right now as far as these ball heads. And you take one of these ball heads and you take one of these ball heads and you marry them together, and what do you get? Leap Lumens miniature normal size style ball heads. These have an Arca Swiss at the top here, just like a regular ball head. And they have a fluid pan, except they're tiny. They're perfect, like perfect phone size. Now they also make a phone and tablet mount. These are solid metal screw top mounts. They can mount via a cold shoe here if needed, quarter 20 here, and of course Arca Swiss on the bottom. Now they've also got another version that's just a straight quarter 20. It doesn't have the Arca Swiss, but everything else is the same. This is really good for, I use it with my phone cage a lot. But I didn't know this until recently. They actually made this MagSafe attachment. And so what you get is this solid metal MagSafe ball head. And it's great. It's a strong magnet. Here's little rings. If you don't have a MagSafe phone, it sticks to. The only problem is your ball head points up like this. So who's this phone recording? So you can bring it down and then you can have it landscape or, you know, whichever way you want, but it only goes perpendicular. Now you're never going to be able to bring it down like this unless your ball head is like that. So they're still working out the kinks. This one, on the other hand, is perfect. See, this is what you need this to do. It should be like that somehow. It should be up at the top, but like this. This will let you do anything you can do with a camera, and is, I would say, like the peak of ball head technology for cell phones right now, for smartphone. Now, if we go back to our little spider pod tripod thing, this ball head is the one that originally came with the tripod. It comes off, it's about the same size, except it has a dedicated phone mount. You can see it has a quarter 20. You can still pop a little point and shoot camera on there, but it folds out into a phone mount. This does not come off. And this is my favorite. I would not say that it's the ultimate, because those are all, the Leap Lumen ones are all aluminum. They're metal and they're modular. Now, what would make this the absolute ultimate best would be if they made a metal version of it. So Ulanzi, Leap Lumen, Small Rig, if you're listening, this would be dope. I would buy every single version and model and size. The cage is great, it's secure, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to have. You gotta put the phone in there, then you gotta mount it. Whereas one of these, this is perfect. If it was just screw top instead of spring loaded and it was metal, because it's basically the same as this, you can satisfy all of your camera customers and your phone customers. The more and more people are shooting with smartphones, the more of a need there's gonna be for one cohesive unit. And this, I think, is better for watching stuff. And the only way you could make it work would be with some sort of like a friction arm, and that's just super cumbersome at that point. Now, we do have them attached to things like this extendable selfie stick, and my favorite thing that we have these ball heads on right now is this tripod. There are no other tripods that do this, and there are very few anything that have this little ball head detachable even. Now, this is the TT51, and it's my absolute favorite, by far, ball head mount thing. If it came in 72 inches, would be insanely perfect. So as you can see, we're still kind of in the developing stages. You know, smartphones are still in the developing stages themselves when it comes to video. There's still some progress to be made, right? Anyway, yeah, thanks for sitting through all the tripods. Let's wrap all this up and we'll get to the giveaway info. Okay, thanks to everyone who's stuck around to the end of the video. Let's talk about giveaway details. So we are on the road to 500 subs right now. And as I mentioned last time, I sorely underestimated how long it would take to get us there. So instead of just doing the one prize at 500, we're doing prizes at 100, 200, 350, and 500 subs. And the way we're doing it, as soon as we cross each of those thresholds, I'm grabbing a random share notification, and one lucky subscriber is going to get each of these prizes. Starting at 100, we're moving the old prize up to the very first slot, and you get this really fun starter content creator package with an extendable selfie stick, plus this RGB tube light, and of course this RGB pocket LED as well. And then at 200 subs, we're doing a new prize, this 2x3 softbox, which perfect light to get started with. This is RGB 150 watt equivalent. Then at 350, This lantern softbox is bicolor, it's brighter, has a taller stand, and it's a really great light to get started with like a one light setup. And at 500, the whole shebang. We actually got 2 of each of these, so not only is that grand prize winner gonna get an RGB 2x3 softbox and a bicolor softbox lantern, but also this like RGB wand light. Caleb Pike featured it on his channel, daylight pocket LED as well, plus a tripod, not a selfie stick, an actual tripod. So a lot of really great stuff. I'm not sure what the monetary equivalent is, but it's a really great lighting package, man. I would kill to have something like that when I first started. So as always, if you dig making videos, if you dig watching videos about making videos, then I dare say you've found your clan. It was good to see you. It's always good to have you, and we'll catch you next time right here at the Diamond Mine. Peace.